everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. I just want to welcome the new subscribers again, and I've had since yesterday about 7 more join. So welcome to The Flower Patch, and I hope you're going to enjoy all the videos. And I also wish to thank, everybody for all the wonderful messages, and from other countries as well, like Canada. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Welcome from Canada. And I'd also, again, the wonderful messages, and all of you seem to be picking up on how jolly I am, and what a pleasure it is for you to watch. I am a jolly person overall. I don't really let much things get me down. So that's just the sort of nature I am. And I always like to have, when I chat away, because I am very, very chatty, as you all know. And I also like, to get your messages, to chat away to you throughout the day. It doesn't matter to me what time. I will always answer your messages. And somebody's also messaged me and said that, I'm quite a funny lady. I have got a funny sense of humour, and it's basically, I think as well, when I've watched YouTube videos, when people are making wonderful, wonderful arrangements, whether it be a wreath or a table centerpiece or anything really, a vase arrangement. No disrespect, but I've noticed a lot of them tend to put their heads down and get on with it, and it's very rare that they stand and have a laugh and a joke like me. There is some, I'm not saying there's just me, there is some, but it's just the way I am. I just like to have fun as well as obviously being serious about what I do. I mix them both together. So I've got my thick jumper on today. Woke up this morning and all my top of my workshop was all white and frosted over, so it is freezing. And I've even for the first time put the heating on, and that's unlike me. So today we're going to do another Christmas theme. I've had a private message, somebody would like to see me do a wreath in blue. Well, I'm going to do one in blue, but now this is a different one. Instead of you using things like poinsettias, all the Christmas, flowers and things like that you use, I'm using baubles. Yep, baubles. I am putting some foliage in. I've got one flower that I'm going to perhaps use. So let's go through what we're doing. And again, you know me guys, I love my conifer for Christmas time. So I have got some out because I do want to add some greenery around the sides to incorporate it and also allow it to expand. As you know, I like big. This is only a 10-inch wreath though. I thought I'd do a small one. And I have got my variegated ficus out, with it having white in as well for the snowy effect on the edges. I've got some oddments as well as a couple of new stems of my willow. So there's my oddments and there's my new stems, and I thought we could use perhaps some of those also. And I've also got out my eucalyptus in white. I want to take the odd bits off, and I'm considering incorporating them within the baubles. I've got out also my light blue. I've got a fresh stem, and then I've found that oddment by itself. So I'm going to also incorporate some of this around the edging as well. I've got, again, a couple of my oddments in here, but I've also got a fresh stem out of my wispy, lovely bouncy. You know me guys, with my bouncy. I've got my little rubbery texture navy blue, or royal blue, should I say, it's called, wispy bits. Again, I try to use my oddments, but I have got a fresh stem out, and these are the flowers that I'm considering incorporating, but I'm only planning on putting them sticking out at the side. And last of all, with the foliage and that, I've decided to get my blueberries out and incorporate, and they're like a frosty look, my beautiful blueberries, and I thought, let's get them in. Got to have blueberries if we're doing blue. Can't have red, can we? Right, the baubles. Now, I've sat before the video, because there was in my box and a lot of them haven't got picks on. Well, I took 5 of each one out, different styles, and put picks in every one of them. And I'm going to show you one of each so I don't grab them all. First of all, I'm deciding to have some little ones as well as bigger ones. And they are a glittery, plain white little bauble. And then I've got a matte white as well. So I thought, let's get a matte white. Also, I want to get different textures, you know, and different looks to them. I don't want them all the same. So I've also got some of my little like blue sparkly baubles out as well. And then I've also got out the matte ones also. And I thought, with me having sparkly white and matte white, we'll go sparkly blue and matte blue. And with the white, I thought I'd get the bigger ones out, the iridescent ones where they've got a lovely, when you put the light on, it looks like you can see bits of green and maybe it's like a bit of pink or lilac in it. But I've got some of those out. 5 again. Oh, I've got a bit of glue still on there. The glue is quite easy to come off, because once it sets hard, well, I say that. There we go. So I've got the white ones. Now here's for the dark blue. Now I've got, let me get one of each. 3, 4, let me think. Yeah, and one of those. Now I've got a glossy dark blue, and I think these dark blue ones are lovely. So I've got the gloss in dark blue. I've got like a little, it's textured, I don't know, like a crystal effect, I guess it looks like, with a pattern on in that. I've also got out another one with a pattern all over it as well, like a star. If you look really close, you can picture a little star out of it in the pattern there. It's embedded into it. And then I've also again got a matte. And then, oh, I love this one. I've got a glittery one with sequins on. So I've got those as well. I've got others, but I just thought, no, let's get those out and let's do it with those. So they're all what we got today to do. And bear in mind, all the colours of the baubles, I've got 5 of each out. I'm not saying I'm going to use every one because it's only a small wreath, but I thought I'll play it safe and just get 5 out of each, in case I may put 5 of everything in. Now I've just got to be careful that they don't fall off of the side. What can I put there to stop it? There we go. Right, we're going to start, we're going to incorporate some of our variegated ficus. Let's just cut, this is just one of the oddment stems, so I thought I'll use this one up and do this. Now let me just see, oh, and my ribbon. I've got the ribbon where I've got the white mesh for the snow effect. Then I've got a very light baby blue with white snowflakes on and snowdrops. And then I've got a white sparkly one with silver around the edge. And then I've got this like an aqua coloured blue as well with silver around the edge. And I've done all my loops as 5-inch. So let me just see how far we want to bring this out. As you know me, I love it when it's big. Oh, I think I'm going to perhaps leave it as that. Let me just pop one in and see without gluing it. Let me try behind. Yes. Made my mind up already. I can't have it not being big. So let's get cracking. And I've just had a chocolate cake before I started. You know me, guys. Sweet tooth me. So I'm going to put one. And we're doing the first layer at the back. And I want to make sure that it's not coming in too much. We'll save that one. And again, manipulate your stems just to give them a bit of a movement so they look very realistic. Let me just turn that one. I've been chatting with my neighbour over the road again this morning on the front in the cold, and I've been winding her up about what I bought a dog again. I don't think she's looking forward to all the noise. I am. I'm going to go. Let's get some more cut off. 1, 2, 3. I'll leave the ones on. Oh, I've got glue in my nail. 1, 2, 3. I'm having 3 sets of leaves, 3 sets of 3 little leaves on, and that's the length that I'm doing them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I just adore the variegated ficus. I was thinking, in fact, I'll show you. I was thinking of putting a little gonkin, which I've already put a pick on, with him being navy blue. And I was considering placing him in there. Isn't he divine? I love little things like this. Little gonks. And I think he looks quite nice. But then when I decided with the baubles, I was thinking that it might all get hidden. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, here we go, guys. I've started. Isn't it lovely? Oh, look. He can't even see me. Oh. Now then. Do I, don't I? Let me just try another baubles. Because I'm not having the baubles all flat on the wreath. I am having some coming out, you know, incorporating into the greenery. No, I'm going to save him. I'm going to save him for something big, I think. Because I think by the time we've got all of this in, he'll probably more than likely be hidden. And I don't want my little man to be hidden. I just want to fill it up and give myself my boundary around the edge. And that's when I tend to say to you, I'm doing the first layer, which, you know, that is my boundary where I want, it's giving me that margin and where to stay within. One. Oh, I've just cut enough. Let's just, why it's the wreath facing me. get the glue. So I just put a little bit too much on there. Caught it on my ribbon. There we go. Gosh, mistakes already. Wow. We all make mistakes. Oh, it's always quiet here on a Sunday. So if I bring that one down, I want one more. One, two, three. I shouldn't need any more of that now. And I'm just following the grain of the wreath. What's that? Oh. I'm waiting for some more Christmas, some more navy blue ribbon to arrive. It's on order. I ordered it, I think, Tuesday. And they deliver only working days only. So it may come tomorrow or Tuesday. So fingers crossed. So now we're going to place in our conifer. And I'm going to be bringing that also around here on the outer edge as well. Again, let's start here. And again, this is also the first layer. I've got some, it's the wire again around them. Around the wreath, and sometimes I notice I don't spot them until I'm actually making a wreath. I'm just spreading those out also. I've done bauble ones before. I have done one without any greenery, just baubles on its own, nothing else with it. And they're quite effective. I think I may need one here. But the one that I did was in deep oranges and browns. Because the lady had oranges, you know, decor in her house. Let's get one in here as well, just to give it a nice big look. It already looks big. And again, we're going to go, let's just lift our bow and then bend it over. Oh, now I've switched the heater off. It's getting cold. I just don't like to put it on when I'm working, but not when I'm doing videos, because of the noise. Excuse me. Let's take these off. This last bunch. And then up near the top, because it's our first layer. Oh, it does give it that festive look. Every time amongst obviously doing the funerals, I like to do funerals. Christmas is one of my other favourites. One of my top 5. Well, I say top 5, perhaps top 3. I adore Christmas. It's such a jolly thing. And it gets me right in the spirit. Well, my family member who's had the one with the elf, she's asked me if I can put a bit of black leaf in it as well. So I've had, yesterday after the video, I've incorporated some black fern and some black ruscus into it as well. It looks quite effective. So I haven't sent her a picture yet. I said I'll send her a picture, but I know what my sister, what she's like, my sister-in-law. She would be like, oh, add a little bit more of this, and so I'm not gonna show her. Oh, that's a bit loose. Let's take that out. So I'm gonna let it be a surprise. Oops, that one's fallen over. Let's bend that back into place. So that's what we have with our conifer. Let me check this one from behind, because if this one's going to keep falling, I've not pushed it in far enough. So let's shorten the stem so I haven't got to push it too far with it only being a small wreath. That's better. So that is our cypress leaves, which is conifer, and our variegated ficus. Now, these stems are really long, so I think I may only need just 2. I'm not going to put lots of this in. So perhaps just 5 pieces of it. To start with. So earlier on I dropped all the baubles. I sat there putting picks in, and the baubles, I think I must have nudged something and they all fell on the floor. They was all rolling around and I was going around chasing them. I was laughing at the same time. I thought it was hilarious. Silly, like I say, silly little things that just get me laughing. Right, let's just see. I do want one coming out from here. So if I place it, so I want one there. One perhaps there. One up above. One at the side there. I'm going to show you how I've placed it. And then one, how can I put that one in without them all looking? Oh my goodness, it won't stay. Let me just pop that there. I'm going to place, obviously they're going to be on the outer side, but that's the position that I've had them all, I've placed them in. So they're all balanced all the way around. So it's basically again 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock. That's the positioning that they're going to be sat in. So this one's 10 o'clock. That's about here. If I can get it in. Just get the glue string. I was covered in glue strings as well, doing the baubles. I looked a bit like a spider. So, where's the other one? Here. And again, just bend it upwards. And 2 o'clock as you're looking at it. Just pop that through there. Give it a bit of colour. And then 4 o'clock. Again, just pop it through, just so the colour comes through. Where's the other one? There. And then at 8 o'clock. Oh, doesn't it look, I love that, this colour, it's a stunning blue. I'll just try and pop the leaves through. Oh, I've missed that one. Oh gosh, that one's glued on. Oh, it's not. And bring that one through also. Just have a look this way to see that it's. And again, if you think that your leaves, you know, are not facing inwards, if you can twist them, then twist them around to bring them, the front of them facing inwards. So you don't see the back of it. I don't know whether to put an extra one down there. I think that might look nice, even though it's an odd number, even number. I think it'd look quite nice to fill the bottom of it in. Let's just try. We can only but try. Yeah. straight away. Oh, one's popped off. Oh, now where's that one come from? I can't even see where it's come from. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. Wonder if I can put it on there, just so I don't lose it. Oh, I can't. So it must have snapped off from somewhere. Right, we'll sort that. Yeah, we'll put one there. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I thought it may have come off of one of the others, but it's not. I just keep. I like to fluff my bow up as I go along, because I like to see what it. I tend to like to see what it'll look like, constantly fluffed up against everything that we're putting in. Now, because the dark blue look against it, that looks absolutely wonderful, with it having brown stems on them as well. I want to just see, because the baubles, when we place them, some are going to be here. If I grab a few different ones in my hand. Gosh, I didn't realise I've got I didn't realise I've got this many out. Crikey. Place a white over here. But the baubles will be like this around the edge. And I'm obviously, again, if I just pull one of these off, if I can, these will be incorporated within, just to set the navy blue off as well. So, excuse me, my throat's gone all dry. I think it's a change. I'm sure it's a change of the weather. Let's blame the change of the weather. Why not? So the navy blue flowers, I could easily pop the odd one within, but again, because I want the baubles, it's the baubles that are going to be the main focal. I could easily put the odd bauble around the flowers, and then also have some of the flowers coming out on the side. So I think to start with, let's get some flowers around the sides. And then work our way in if we think, you know, to add a bit of floral with the baubles. So I can get this in. No, not there. And just add those like that. My hands, I've moisturised my hands and they're very slippy. Very slippy. I should know better, me. I can't. Let's have a look. Just bend that head slightly. Fluff the flower up. And I want one there, and one there. want to try and get the outer layer done, or majority of it. Let me turn it around. There we go. Fluff it up. Put that there one moment. I don't know, I think these may be lilies. They look very similar to lilies. But just really opened up, as you know. So we want one here, and then we want one down here. That's that one. And then one around here. Just lift up our bow. So there are florals. I don't think I want to put any more florals in, if I'm being quite honest. I think because we've got all the baubles again, it's the baubles that are the main focal point. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's good. And again, bring these just as a little bit of bouncy movement. On the outer side as well. Place one behind the bow. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? I just love it. Love it, guys. It's wonderful. The movement. And again, one in there. And they've got little beads on as well, right at the top. And it's a beautiful royal blue. Let's just have it come in there. We're to dot quite, dot them around, just to give that movement all the way around. Just slightly. Oops, daisy, let's get another. I need to part these. Cut this one. Oh, mind you, no, that's off. into place. Where's that one? There. Put one more here. Let's have a look how they're moving. So bring them through. Oops, wrong one. There's one here. Let's get that one through. And there's our little bit of movement. So, got one left. I think I could just place one down here. Oh, it is cold. Oh, guys, this is where you see me now, where I'm dithering. Right. Oh. Let's bring them closer so they're not as close to the edge. Fluff these stems out so we can see the beautiful. Oh, look at those. In fact, let me just look at the white because we want some white in. Let's get bits of white in. I'm going to use the oddments first and incorporate those a bit further in. Just dot. Cracky, the glue string's following me today. Just dot a few around. I'm only going to give them just one leaf. I don't want to overdo it as of yet anyway. With the white, I may bring some white out here as well. I'm just going to place little bits. Around our little wreath. I usually like to work on 14-inch grapevines. It's one of my favourite sizes. Because even with a 14-inch I can make it look really quite big. I have done them before. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, but I've got a piece of glue what's just determined to attach itself to everything. I have done them. I've got ones on the floor in my area down there where I keep them, and I think it's a 18-inch, or it may be bigger actually. But I do like 14. But the 18 I tend to do if somebody wants one extremely big, you know, like if they want it for a shop window or anything along those lines and they want it really big. I think I may want one with a bit longer stem on for around the ribbon. Yeah. So we can see it incorporated into ribbon. So one more. Oh, sorry guys, I will turn it. Gosh, I keep forgetting. When I'm working, I keep forgetting that you will probably can't see where I'm placing things. I will turn it when I get that one in. Like that. So sorry. I'll hang on to these again because I may want to place some slightly out a bit more on the ends. So I'll put those there. Oops, I've got a bauble in it. Nearly. Nearly. Some more bits there. Oh my goodness, I don't know where to look with all baubles. Right, I'm going to hang on. I'm going to put the blueberries in, but I'm going to hang on. I need to start incorporating the baubles. So, I'm going to get one of each colour and style or pattern. Right. Which one haven't I got? Oh gosh, here we go. Right. One of those, one of those. One of those, one of those. I think that's right. Right, let me just work this out, guys. One. Oh, I haven't got a glossy one on there. So, one matte. That gloss. One there, one of those. One of those, one of those. I'm going to put, just so I can pair them all together, I'm going to, because I want them all to be balanced out. So I'm getting one of each. And I'm just going to tighten them up. So I've got them in their own little packages, basically. So they don't fall all off. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing one of those out of it. So one of those. And then do it again. 1, 2. I've got to look at that one. 3, 4, 5. Then a gloss. Then a white matte, white sparkly. One of those and one of those. Just so I put them in little bunches so I can equal them out as I go around. I don't mind having some next to each other, you know, but when I've got that quite a few, I want to put them in groups. So white, crystal, matte, star, glitter, gloss. One of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. So they're all together as well. So what am I missing? I think I'm missing another white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm not. Oh my gosh, aren't I daft? So again, I'm just placing them in little bunches so they stay together. So this is the last bunch. So now I've got them all in bunches, one of each together. So I've got 5 bunches of, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 5 little bunches of 10 baubles. Oh, I didn't realise there was that many. So that's just me, trying to organise it so I don't have to keep trying to figure out which ones I've put and which ones I haven't got next to it, in a balanced order. Right. So first of all, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way around. So it's going to be around here and then go all the way to there. Let me just get that glue string. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip it in the glue, the stem, and some I'm having further out than others. So I'll place that one in there, just bend that one out. And I'm going to do them as they are. And I'm going to get a blue one. Well, I say blue. Majority of them are blue. But I'm going to get another one. And I'm going to place this one like that. Then let's get the sparkly one. I don't want to be placing some, a lot of the matte ones all next to each other. I want to give them a bit of a contrast with sparkly, matte, and obviously the printed ones. So again, let's get that one there. And if you want some smaller inwards, just cut your stem shorter. If you want to bring some bit more to the centre of the wreath, like I cut this stem shorter. Because I want to place that one there. So a gloss. I haven't got too much white of the baubles out because I wanted to use the blue ones for majority of it. Again, we'll go in there. Sit that one like that. Get a little sparkly one. What's the matte one to go with the, or above here, should I say? What's the daisy? So this is going to be a short stem because I don't want this one sticking out as much. If I can place that like that. One moment, let me just turn it around because I think I've just, I've cracked a bauble. Again, you have to be really, really careful with them. I want that one. Where's those? Because as we go along, because these I'm going to join up with the blueberries as well. Doesn't that look wonderful? Oh, I keep getting an itch on my leg when I come in here. I must have fleas. So the green against all these really take, it's a dark green, but it blends in beautiful, and plus with your dark blueberries as well. So then we'll cut this off, incorporate this into the baubles. Oops, I've gone the wrong way. Let me just turn it around, guys. Let me just re-glue it so I can see. I can see a few glue strings behind here. I don't want those on. Right, let's just do that again. Move the ribbon out of the way. Bring that down there. Oh my goodness. Fluff that bow. I've got my ribbon caught onto something and it's pulling it. There we go. One moment, guys, I've got something caught onto my ribbon. That's better. So then now with the berries, you've got a little cluster, and that's what we're doing with each of the baubles while we're going around, is placing them in clusters around and also incorporating one of the berries with them as well. So let's go with that. So each of them have got their own berries also. So now I want a little white one placed here next to that one. So we'll cut that one down shorter as well, because I don't want that one long sticking out. Can't see. The baubles are in my way. Come on, push in. I don't think that one's in very well either. Let's take that out. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on the baubles as I push them in, because with them, as you know what baubles are like, they will break quite easily. So I try not to force them. That one there. And I also, as well, I wanted these to incorporate. I won't put it on white there. So I could leave those till the end and pop those in. So then now I want a blue one here, and then I shall put one of those down there, and then that blue one, oops daisy, here. So then we've got the cluster of the baubles all together there. Then we will start on our next cluster again, as I said, and do around there as well. I don't want all two big ones or next to it. I want to incorporate the tiny ones as well to take off that big clump of big baubles. So I'm breaking them up by adding smaller ones into it. So again, I don't want a long stem on this one because I'm taking into consideration the others that we have, and they will also be coming out from it also. So I'm going to bring that one there. If you want to bend them, bend the stem instead of pulling at the bauble. I just want to manipulate it from the back. There we go. So now that will sit there, and then we're going to place one here, and then again, like I say, the other one down here. Or I could do it like that and put no, the bigger one better there. Oh my goodness, they are hard to get in. I think on some of them I've left the stem slightly too long, because as I push them in I can see they're going to need to be shorter. So this stem's perhaps only about 2 inches long, no more, because I don't want it there we go. Let's bring that there. Can be quite fiddly to get them in the position that you know you'd like to see them in. Let's just check with that. There, yeah. Just going to turn this one around so I can see underneath. There we go. So that's the first little cluster. Oh, those wires. You know the wires you get around your wreaths? Little brown. They're the same colour as the wreath itself. There's another one. It's those that I'm chopping. I saw another one there. Yeah. And then here's another one. So I'll get them in the bin. I should have checked it. So again, there's our first little cluster of our baubles. So then, because we've got the berry there, I now want to incorporate the berry again here to break it up to start the second cluster. And again, I'm not all because I've got the white one here, you know, I'm not going to put the white one there again. I want to bring the bigger ones, white ones in also around the centre. So we will bring one like this coming out. Just do them in different orders, you know, place them in different areas instead of having it all uniformed. So let's just take that out. So then I'm going to place this one. I can get it in. I'm so frightened in case if I get it in, it's going to snap or something, you know, or break the bauble. So now let's break this bit up here. If I can get it in. With a bit of greenery. Like that. I think that one's, I do like that in fact. Bring the berry down, make it different. I think that's too, you see, oh, it's set. Oh, too long again on the stem. I've got to keep taking into consideration it's not a flower, you know, or foliage. It's alright guys, I'm just trying to manipulate it without too much force. Let's take this band off of these. So I'm going to put the white one here. So we don't need a long stem on this one either. You just tend to need just a slightly longer stem on the outer side, like at the bottom here. Let me see if I can see it from the back. I'm going to place a little one in there. I'm trying to fill up as well the gaps, but like I say again, where I can see gaps, this is where the eucalyptus comes into play. So don't worry too much at the start if you've got gaps. Again, the eucalyptus will be being used as your filler for those odd gaps. Again, just bend it. I don't know if I want that there now. I think that might look better there as well. So we've got, I'll put a longer, no, we've got a glittery long one there, so let's try a different one. Yeah. Oh, it's that berry that's stopping it. There we go. So now we'll use this glittery one up here along with, oh, keep still. In fact, a matte. Now we'll use the matte there. So we'll put the matte one in. Oh, I'm petrified that they're going to fall on floor. Let's do it from in here. Oh, so this may look like I'm taking my time, which I am, because it's, again, it's the baubles. I really don't want to put pressure on the baubles. I think we could do with a white one around here. Just a little one. Oh. Let's get that in there as well. And bring that in there. got, I think we want a little sparkly one there. I've got that there. Let me just try and manipulate them, guys. Or a little sparkly one actually down here. Bring that down there. It's just all about, you know, just looking at them and looking what you've got close by, if there's any the same next to each other, you know, things like that. And then trying to give them the different baubles all around in different areas. Again, we may not have to use all of these, but I have, because as you can see, I'm only on my second set of baubles, and it's already taken quite a lot up. So if not, then I may get one of the other baubles and place it in the centre of the bow, you know, probably a sparkly one. But whatever we've got left, that's fine. You know, it's, even though I've made the 5 clusters up, that, you know, there's no reason to say that I've got to, you know, force them all in, because again, like I say, the baubles are doing that. They're taking a lot of space. We may even probably use, you know, another 1.5 of the baubles, and may have 1 cluster left. But that's not a problem. So we're going to place this one. I may place that one there, down here. I'm just going to turn it around, everybody, so I can just reach where I want to position it. And just bend the stem. There we go. So I want the sparkly one, and then I think the little white one needs to go there, and then that one there. Yeah. So the little white one, again, I'm cutting this really short because it's on the inner side of the wreath, right towards the centre. There we go. I'm just going to place this one in as well. So that is how we have them at the moment, just with 2 sets of clusters of our baubles. I've got 3 left. So we're just starting on our 3rd. And we're going to add in the berries now. We need to get those in. So I'm going to take that off because they're not push-ups. And I don't want the long stem. So insert the berries. And again, like I say, every time I insert the berries, then that's, you know, the start of another set of baubles. Sorry guys, I just got this in the way. There we go. So then I'm going to incorporate that little cluster of berries, and that one will be there. So then now we'll start on his 3rd set. It makes it much easier if you do, you know, separate them and just put a little band around them. You cluster, you know, your baubles, set them all out. Like I've got 5 of each colour, each bauble. Just set them out and put them in all little clusters, you know, like I have, and then you can just put a band around it, and then you can work 1 cluster of baubles at a time, and then you won't then get any of them mixed up where you're rummaging through and having to keep checking which ones you've not put in, or, you know, anything like that. I do find it makes it much easier. So we had that one. So now we want a matte one. So we're going to get a matte. Because we've got a matte on the inner side here, I don't want a matte one there. So I'm bringing the matte one outwards. And just bringing it there. And again, you may see a little bit of gap in here. That's okay, because again, we use our filler. So we've got the matte. I don't want the white. I don't want the big white one there. That will probably come up here somewhere. So I'm going, because we've got the glittery one down here, I'm going to bring a glittery one up. I mean, you can have the same baubles next to each other, but I tend to like to see them individually placed in different areas as I'm going along. So we've got that one. So it's this one. So then I'll put this one here. Just slightly bring that one forward. Push that in. So I haven't got a matte one, so I'll bring the matte one down out here, the small one. Put a bit of white around the edge as well. Let's have a look. Gloss, where was the last gloss? There. So we'll bring gloss in inwards. Because what I'm doing is I'm taking in consideration the placement of the baubles and not to and to balance them all out with each other, you know, concerning the texture of them. And like there's a gloss one here, so I don't want another gloss one here. I want to bring this gloss one to bring it inside to give it that different placement of the bauble. Just bend that slightly like that. And then now we can bring the big white in to break it up. But before I do that, actually, I'm going to place a little one there. So we'll put that in, and then we'll place in the white. I use these to help me bend the head, the stem of them. This is where, in fact, this is where I'll need to get my smaller ones. You know, I was saying the other day, I've got some Diddy pear when I need to get deep within. And they are bent-headed ones like that, but they are small. And that helps me for little intricate things to help me do it. See, I can get really in because they're very thin, and I can get in where I need it to manipulate the stem. There we go. Now with these being thicker, I was finding it a bit more tougher to, you know, place it in. So let's get the white one in, the big white one. And we'll place that there. So that's how it's looking as we speak. So we've got the glittery one there. So now I'm going to bring the glittery one in. And then I'll put this one there, and then the white one will be there. So I'm trying to balance all of the textures and the colours within each other without them having, you know, two of the same next to each other. And also checking on where I've placed the other baubles and making sure that I don't place another one on the outside like I've got this one. I don't want that one on the outer side. I'm trying to use them individually, different styles around. And once I've done so many, then I'll go back to how I started it. So let's place in the glittery one. And again, I'm cutting the stem only to around 2 inches because I want them sticking out. And I don't want a white on a white, so I'll place in another blue. I don't mind the blues on a blue because all these different blue baubles are all different texture. Got a pattern. Some have got, let me take that one back out. Some have got patterns on. Some are sparkly blue. Some are like a crystal-y effect. Some are matte. So they're all different. But the big white ones are all the same. I don't mind a small matte. That's a glossy effect. That's a matte. So I don't mind them next to each other because they're different texture. Let me just turn that one again because as we get higher it gets a bit harder to see. Oops, oh I thought I broke it then. Push it in and then the white one up there. They're very good, they're very nice to do these. It's very different to the, you know, the usual wreaths that I do a lot of and maybe yourselves. Got that glue. So that is our third cluster all put in. I saved that because I could use that as a little filler. So now we start our next cluster. And again, we'll insert our blueberry. Now I could easily insert the blueberry here, but I do want it being put in, you know, wherever I finish each of my clusters. So let's get that one in. I don't think we're going to be using all of them. I think we'll have one cluster left, maybe 1.5. Gosh, I'm shrinking. Oh gosh, go on. No, that's not going in either. It's really tight, this wreath. And I'm full of glue strings. I can see glue strings. Never mind, it's all part of the fun. So let's make this smaller. Okay, let's put some more glue on. And just get our little berries there. So that's the start again of our fourth cluster. Is it 4? Fourth cluster of baubles. So we finished with that. We had a matte one. Have we had a gloss one on the outer side? No. So a gloss, navy blue will go on the outer side. Because we've not yet had one of those put in. So again, let me just turn it, everybody, just so I can see. It's getting a bit harder to see. So we'll have that one there. I think with the white one, when we'll have it up there on the outer side, the white one. So what have we got next to there? So we want that. Oh, could we have put that? Let me just snip that leaf off because it's just not going to get out of my way. I think, sorry guys, I'm trying to work it out. I've got one of those next to that one. So, take that one back out. Okay, so that's the one. I think that needs to go there. Oh my goodness, that's what I'm frightened of. I'm going to place this one. Oh, one moment, everybody. There. Where was that one? There, there, there. So here then, on the outer side. The one what's got like the funny texture, what you can, if you look close, you can see a pattern of a star in it. Oh my gosh! Now I've got butter in my fingers. So I'm going to place this one. Also in there. Just make sure it's gone through the opposite side. Yeah. So that's how it's looking. It's looking fabulous. Don't it give off a lovely effect? Just dotting things around. I want that there. Just dotting things all around in different positions. It's just basically again like working out the placement of them. You know, we don't want that there, so we're going to have to we can either bring the bigger one down. Yeah, the bigger one I think needs to go there instead. So let's cut this small one off first. I don't know how long this video has gone on, guys, but this one has got to push that in and bend forward. Where's those little clippers? This is because I can't get my hands in as well, and it's helping me to manipulate the stem. There we go. And then we want the bigger one. Again, in here as well. Because we've got these relatively all around virtually the outer side. So let's get it brought on the inside. again. Just manipulate the stem. Like that. So the matte one. The matte needs to go here also. Again, cut this short. So I'm wanting to place the matte with the white one at the top around here. So if I can see it through here, yeah. So that needs to go around there. Right, we've got the glittery white, so let's get, no, too much white. So where was the last time we placed that inside? Right, so this one then can go on the outer side at the top also. So let's just cut this one also. When I do bauble ones, I get I concentrate ever such a lot because it's working out. What you're doing is you're working out the placement of where each bauble needs to be placed. So I tend to concentrate ever such a lot because I'm trying to keep, you know, the balance. I don't want the balance being, that needs to go up there. I don't want the balance being, you know, uneven and being broken up by something, you know, of the same bauble and style pattern and things like that next to, oh, that one's there, next to each other. So I tend to go really quiet, slightly quieter than usual because I'm concentrating. I can get that one in. Just slightly manipulate that one there. So that's like that. So then I want that one here next to the white. You never know, we might start the next cluster. Because I've got to go behind the bow. There's room behind the bow. Well, not much now, I've just had a look. So I don't know now because it's getting quite cramped and I can't get my fingers in. Let's get again to manipulate that. There. So then this little white one then needs to go there. Lift that blue up. I've got to keep in mind the bow. Sorry if I've not turned it around, guys. I hope you can understand. I'm just trying to, it's the balancing. And now what we've got, I think we may need to incorporate the odd one, so we will use this. The odd bauble over here to go behind the bow and under here, look, because there's a gap right there. So before we do that, I want to take this off and I want to finish that on there at the top also. So if I just move the bow, there we go. So that's that. can still see gaps where the white will be going. So because we've done now with it from this side of the bow to this side, now you have to take into consideration, when I look from the side, there's no baubles here. We've got them all around everywhere else, and when I look from this side, they're all around there. But because it's empty, as I say, lift up your tail ends and it's empty. So now you need to fill that in as well with some rest of some of your baubles. So let's get excuse me. So we've got the sparkly blue there, so we don't want the sparkly blue. Where's the matte? That's right up there, is it? Yeah, so we'll bring the matte one in. I think that leaf needs to be out of my way. So we'll bring the matte on here if I can get it in. To bend it slightly. There. I don't want the big white one as yet, but we do want a white, so we'll just place one of the smaller whites on it also. And it's only behind this bow, the tail ends, that there's no room, that it's empty, sorry. Oh my goodness. Like that. Where did we situate that one there? So we'll bring, oh no, it's there. So we'll bring this one in. Oh, that's what's caught on me ribbon. It was that wire off the wreath. In fact, where's the right? You've got the blue there, so we're going to place that one there. But let's get that one. Get that one in. Again, it's just by checking all your others, are they positioned, which gives you a better idea on where to place or not to place, you know, some of your baubles. As you can see now, this is starting to fill up. Let's get a little one also and bring that there. Now let's see about the big white one. Yeah, the big white one now. Because it's what I call this also, not just the positioning, it's the spacing. The spacing of each different variety of bauble, what you've got to give it as well. So that's got its space there, and it's got a good 4 inches away from it there, and perhaps similar measurement there, 4 to 5 inches away from each other. And that's what you have to take into consideration as well, your spacing. So we've got that one there. Trying to think now. Glittery one, glittery one. So in each cluster of these baubles, I had 10 different baubles. So I have used in this 50 baubles. It perhaps doesn't look it, but there's 50 baubles in here. I want to place that there, which give off a wonderful effect. Just bend that inwards there. So I'm going to bring, where's the gloss? Down here, so it's the gloss one next. And again, place that behind the bow so you can see it around the sides as well. I want one there. I mean, if you had all big baubles, you can get the really big ones. Obviously, you're not going to need 50. But I didn't want the big ones. I've not got the really big ones anyway. I've got small, medium, and that I call large. You know, the white ones are the large, the big white ones. And then the navy blue ones are the medium, and then the little white ones and that are the small. So then we want that there, and then that will be all 50 placed in. So now I can see that from the side. We'll get that there as well. So that is your wonderful, wonderful bauble wreath as we speak so far. With 50 baubles of 3 different sizes and different varieties of texture, pattern, or you know, colour, not colour, like the gloss, the matte, the glitter, you know, all different sorts like that. So we can now, because I won't be able to get the eucalyptus in, the stem in, not in, I'm going to pull these off. I don't want the little ones on it, I just want single ones at a time. So I'm just taking the centre ones out. I don't want the little ones. And I'm just going to dip them in the glue. And I'm just going to attach it to one of the bauble stems, like that. It's not going in the grapevine, it's been attached to all the stems, what are behind, or into, you know, in here. I'll place one there as well. Again, never forget your under your bow, because your bow is just as important. That to there. And I'm just dotting now these all around. Wherever I can see a little gap, that's where I'm placing them. In fact, I might use the little ones as well. Let's get them all used. Give a different texture to just having one piece. There's a big gap there that I can see. Let's get that filled in. So these white eucalyptus is now our filler. Place that there. And that's all we're doing to finish it off. Just adding our filler foliage. Oh, one there. A little bit there. Glue string. Oh, I've just seen another one. You can see where it's attached. It's when I come from the glue pan and I've still got a bit of loose glue straggling at bottom, and it follows and attaches to things as I go around. But I don't mind, it's on me now. I'm going sticking them to stems. And I can see one there. Just look down there. Yeah, there's one there. Just behind here. You need to fill that in. And there's one there. In there as well. I can see one there, so I want two more. There's one up here. As well as I'm trying to balance the look of it out as well, the placement of it, and the eucalyptus also. I need something here. So I think, let's have a look. Here I said, around here. Just go underneath. That's it. And one last piece. I'm just checking, guys. It's there. I know I'd seen it. I think I still need one there. I'm going to put a slim one in. Here, because I can always caught on my fingernail, the glue. There. I don't want to overload it with the eucalyptus again, because it's the baubles that are our focal point. So I've got a couple of these left. Let's see where to place these. I think I want one here. And then, is it there? Or is it there? No, it's not there because I've got a berries there. So there. just thrown all those little stems in, so let me get one of these, glue it on to that bit. So I've got a bit of a stem. And then by putting these, just these last few bits of leaves, what are from the bottom of the berries in as well, because we've got the berries in and the bit of foliage. So these offcuts of the berry foliage, incorporate them as well, because then it's also the same material that you're using or that you've already used. So that needs a bit of green there, like that. So if I can just push that in a little bit more. Oh, my bauble's dropped off. Oh, I know why that one's dropped off. Right, I'll show you when it comes out. Silly me, why have I done that? Oh my God, this glue. It is exceptionally tough. There we go, let's take it out. I've left the little clip on at the bottom. Silly me. The one that has the string on. I don't know why I did that. Right, let's dip it in. Place it in, wipe it off. That'll set very quickly, because it does on my fingers. Let me just get rid of it from my fingers before I carry on, because I can't. I don't know about you guys, but when you work with the glue and you've got a bit of glue on your fingers while you're trying to work, you can feel it, and it just doesn't feel, well, it's not natural, is it? It just doesn't feel like it's your skin, you know, as you can, when you feel things, you can feel textures, and with glue on, you can't feel that. And that's, I don't like it. So let's put that one back in. Oh gosh, it's all crumbed now, I can't push it. There we go. And then let's put this back in now. And that one goes there. So I put that in? No, that's not in. That was there. There we go. And that one behind here, in there, that little gap. There. So let's just fluff our bow. I will turn it round. I'm so sorry that I've hardly had it turned round, guys. It's just the positioning and all, you know, all of that. Right. So there is our completed bauble wreath in blues and whites. Doesn't it look fabulous? Again, I've done a few of those. You know, some people do really like the bauble effect more, and some don't like it with anything in it, just the baubles alone. So each to their own, you know, they're all beautiful. However, you know, I always think they're beautiful. So guys, I think you lot, oh, now do I set you a challenge? I said to my husband I might start being setting some of my subscribers who, you know, who wish to do it, a bit of homework. I wouldn't make you, you know. If you've not got time, guys, I wouldn't crack the whip, so to speak. I'm not that way, you know. So I think this week you ought to give it a go, and I set you a challenge to try and do a bauble wreath. And all you need to do, guys, is if you think you haven't got a lot of baubles, go to your cheap, you can go to a cheap store or, supermarket or anything where they sell packs of 40 baubles. I think I saw some, yes, at B&M for, I think there was £6 for 40. I'm not sure. It was between £6 and £10, I think, for 40. Depending on the sizes that you go for. You haven't got to go for all variety of sizes, but you can get them in boxes what have got different sizes. And just any colour, I think. Any colour you wish to have a go at. So give it a go, And honestly, guys, you'll be surprised how much you enjoy doing it and how it stimulates your mind on working out the placement that the same baubles are not next to each other, and plus you've not spaced your same baubles. Like this sparkly one's here, you try to make sure you've not spaced this. Put another sparkly one on your second cluster in the same position. And also with the white, the little white ones here, I've got one there, but then I've got one up here. Now try not to position the same texture of bauble or colour or pattern in the same area. Like the white here, I didn't want another one there, so I've lifted it slightly upwards so it's not exactly on the same level. And again, like these here, there's one there, and then there's one right down here, and then also there's on some other positions where I've got this one here, what's got like a crystal effect. That one's on the outer side, but it's on the inner side here. So that is what stimulates you out and makes you concentrate on placing them is great, but placing them and giving them their own space is a little bit more to it. And space meaning like I've got at least about 4 or 5 inches between these big white ones, so they're not all next to each other or within an inch of each other. I've made sure they're all spaced individually away from each other. So that is why I do them, and I tend to put them in clusters. Work out all, so like I had 50 and I had 10 different baubles in each in 5 different clusters. So then I pushed the ones I wasn't using to start with at the side, started on the first cluster, positioned them how I wanted. Then on the second cluster, I looked where I'd positioned the first cluster of baubles and made sure on the second one, I didn't place any of them in the exact same place. So that's the challenge. So if you're up for a challenge, guys, I'm setting you a challenge. Give it a go. Honestly, it's great fun. Give it a go, again, in any colour, and send us a picture. And I will tell you now, I know you can all do it, because I know you're all wonderful at what you do, and I know you've all got the eye. So there's your challenge. And that's just a challenge from me. I'm not cracking the whip, I'm just saying, just to help you in a way of like, a tutor, help you improve on other designs and other techniques and other ways of placing things. It's just to basically help you with that. So to try that, this is one of the best things to try for spacing and placement of different, same thing, a bauble, but of different patterns within the baubles and coatings, matte, gloss, sparkly, and placing them and also giving them the space. Try it. Honestly, you'll love it. So, because I know you all can do it. I don't want you saying you can't, because I know you're all fantastic. So I've got faith in every one of you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you like the colours, and I hope it's different apart from just doing like the Christmas theme with the poinsettias and the berries and things like that. This is giving off a different, feel as well. So again, please share and subscribe and like as well. And give us a thumbs up or even send me a little comment whenever you feel like it, and let me know what you think to a bauble wreath. So I will leave that there, and I'm going to say goodbye because it's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, and I'm going for a good, really big cup of coffee with a chocolate cake. I can't wait. It's playing on my mind, this chocolate cake. I know I shouldn't have bought it in. I know I shouldn't have gone to the supermarket and got it, but I saw it. It was right at my eye view. Grabbed it, came home, and I've already had one big piece like that. So I may just sit and make myself look like a bit of a piggy again. So, oh well, Sunday, rest time. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And again, I hope you enjoyed that. And please give it a go and send me your photographs. So all the best, and have fun, and take care, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.